Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey, everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. Thank you for everyone who is on our call live today. We have quite a few people here. Love having all of you join us every day. And even if there are some of you who can only join occasionally, it's always wonderful to have you here live. If you're joining on the podcast, I want to give you a big welcome as well. Thank you for listening, and I encourage you to grab some paper and do this practice, your daily gratitude practice with us as if you were live. You're going to get the most out of it if you really give yourself to focus on for just this 30 minutes that we're together. For today, we are going to focus on gratitude for all parts contributed. And I'm not going to give any instruction or backstory or anything like that. We're just going to jump right in with our 90-second private meditation. And so this is the time where you want to grab that paper, write down all the things that come to you, all things contributed to you, in particular during this 90 seconds, because this is your personal inspiration about this subject today. And then after that 90 seconds, we'll share. So 90 seconds, gratitude for all parts contributed. Just writing down whatever comes to you. Begin. Right. I was looking at reading through my new beliefs that I've created for myself that I put up on my vision board. I have about, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 pages typewritten of new beliefs that I've been reading through, and I don't read through all of them every day. I'll do a page a day, and then I just flip that to the back. And so then tomorrow I'll be looking at the next page underneath it. Otherwise, it would get overwhelming if I had too many. But if I had to read too many in a day. But I've noticed, like on this page that I'm looking at right now, there's 3 of them that I've crossed words out and written other words in. And what happens is on a daily basis, as I'm doing my daily GPS, I'm getting new information. And as I was reading today, there were 2 of them that I changed. I was reading it and I just shook my head. I actually physically shook my head and I was like, no. And I even said that no out loud, and I changed. And those of you who are in the Lord's Way to Wealth will understand what I mean by this. But the new belief that I was reading was, I instantly see income in my universe from infinite sources. That was the new belief that I had created before. And I've changed it. So like I said, those who are in the Lord's Way to Wealth will understand this because of the video I posted yesterday. So the new belief is I instantly see income in my universe from the one true source. And that just like totally lifted a burden for me to change this idea that my income comes from all sources, like a whole bunch, infinite sources, because there's a lot of pressure there to choose the right sources or to make sure I make the right connections or take the right opportunities or whatever, because their income is coming from all these different sources. But the new belief that is more true, that is in alignment with what I know now, is I instantly see income in my universe from the one true source. And that like totally takes all the pressure off, that there's just one source. I only have to go to one source for all my income. Super cool. So all parts coming together for me today was every day, bit by bit, one by one, these new, just leveled up thinking helps me to kind of put that puzzle together, and so that my language, my thinking, everything is in alignment with what I know now. Who else has something that they would like to share?
I'll share.
Thanks.
The thoughts that came to me kind of surprised me a little bit, but I immediately thought about my body and how all the different parts of my body come together to allow our spirits something to dwell in here on earth. And how I was thinking of the scripture 1 Corinthians 3:16, talking about how our bodies are temples, and just feeling gratitude for the gift that God has given me and each of us, giving us our own individual temples to learn how to unify our spirit and the physical to create the life that we want.
Wow, beautiful. This gives new meaning when I will sit down with a client and have them, maybe do a couple of deep breaths just to get really grounded. I'm basically inviting them to go within, to go inside, and it gives new meaning to that. It's like, go into the temple, go into your temple, go into the place where God can dwell, because that's what a temple is a place. It's like a house of God where God can dwell. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think when I was sharing, I said something about all parts coming together, which sort of was what came to me, but yeah, all parts contributed is what we're focusing on today. Thank you. Who else?
I'd like to share.
Okay, Phil, and then I think Melissa.
I thought of the body too. I first thought of marriage, but then as I thought deeper, I thought about the cells in the body and how they react to one another, and how even inside of the cells there are parts that react, to the environment that it's in and cause it to act in a certain way. And how they all act in unison to provide this vehicle that we can use to do things and create in a physical way. And so all the parts coming together is only then can it happen. Can this miracle of our body happen? So that was
beautiful. Thank you. I just want to comment on that. So grateful for this, the way that God put our bodies together, and how beautiful that is. When I had a heart attack, 8 years ago or whatever it was, a book was recommended to me, the Biology of Belief, and it was written by a cellular biologist, Bruce Lipton. And he talks in there about how each cell is a body within itself. Every single cell has a digestive system. Every single cell has a brain, and every single cell has like an elimination system, like a digestive system, that like things come in and things go out. It has a brain that they connect, they communicate with each other. And they also, each cell within the body acts and reacts based on our thoughts, our words. So literally the words that we speak are changing the cellular makeup within us. All parts contributed. Our thoughts, our words, our cells, our everything that's within our body, and also the things that we're exposing our bodies to on the outside. All things are contributed. Thank you. Melissa.
I love that. I didn't think of the body, but now it's such a great, complex idea. My thoughts were actually about the people, and I kind of thought about the world, how we live in an interconnected, dynamic society where everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and we want to do all these things on our own, but really we just need other people who have similar visions to us to come together and synergize and create something new to benefit everyone, and just how much goodness there is in the world just because people want to help other people. And as you help other people, you're being helped, like you're being uplifted. And it's just a beautiful cycle.
Wow, awesome. Love that. Sounds like the gateway of abundance in the 7 gateways. And even the gateway of charity too, where all things are contributed, all the strengths coming together. As I give, then I'm also receiving. And as you give, you're also receiving, and we're creating this synergy together. Thank you. Well,
that's where my thinking was going as well. Just the contributions that people and relationships and what we do for one another, and even on this call, the contributions that are made in the thinking and sharing our thoughts, and that's really, really beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. Any last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process?
This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi. I was thinking the same thing. I actually had this experience with the podcast that I'm a part of. It's 6 women, and I had a pretty awesome experience the other day, just seeing everyone's gifts and seeing how everyone has contributed. And the other thought I had was the ultimate leader of the group is God, and when we're aligned with him, then we're aligned with the higher purpose of the podcast, and it's going forward because we're using our gifts, aligning with him, and fulfilling the higher purpose that he has.
Beautiful. What's the name of your podcast, Rachel?
It's called motherheart.live.
Motherheart.live.
Well, that's the Instagram and Facebook, but it's Motherheart.
Motherheart. Love it. Thank you. I want to make sure you had an opportunity to share that here.
Thank you very much.
All right. I would love to have everybody continue sharing. This is just a really, all parts contributed really is happening in the moment right now, and all really good stuff. We are going to go ahead and shift over to our permission process. So I'm going to invite you all to take a deep breath, to go within. Just maybe envision yourself going inside of your body temple into a place where God can dwell, where God can visit you and be present with you there. And just consciously align, allow all of your cells, your thoughts, your beliefs, everything to be in alignment with that sacred space that you're going into right now. Take one more deep breath. And with this idea of all parts contributed, be aware of all of the parts that are contributing to your experience right now in this moment, this private, silent meditation right now, where we're going to be receiving some new information. Just being aware of all the parts, my voice, God's presence, His will, the light of Christ, your spirit, your thoughts and beliefs, your commitment to growth, and maybe even being aware of the sounds and the things around you. If you've got little children, just feeling gratitude for all parts contributed. And the first question I have for you is, with all parts contributed, what is possible for you to create right now? What are you ready and prepared to receive? And just be willing and open to let that come to you. Just to allow your next step, the next thing that you are ready and willing to receive and prepared to receive, to just be opened up to you. Give yourself the gift and the time to let all parts be contributed into one great whole, one new concept, one new idea, one new action. And as you're getting clear with what this new thing that is possible with all parts contributed, what is the limiting belief coming up for you about having that be possible or having it be complete? And with that limiting belief, there is also a cost. There's also an outcome that that limiting belief will produce. If you hold on to it, if you keep it, it's going to be one of those parts that's contributed to what it is that you want to, something new that you want to create. So what is the cost of having that limiting belief, of allowing that limiting belief to be contributed to your desired outcome? And if you are not willing to keep that limiting belief because you can see that the cost is too high, you can give yourself permission to choose a new belief, and do that by saying yes.
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 Awesome. Great. So now choose some new beliefs that you would like to contribute to this new concept that has been opened up to you. What are some new beliefs that you would like to contribute, to be contributed to what's next for you? And once you have 2 or 3 new beliefs, take a moment and just bring those new beliefs together. Take a deep breath and breathe those new beliefs in. Bring them in to that body temple. And first of all, checking to make sure that all of the words that are part of these new beliefs are welcome inside of this temple. Make sure that they are clean and pure, that they will produce the desired effect, that they are welcome inside of this temple because they are in alignment with all of the other parts that you've allowed in that are contributing. And just bring those new beliefs in, allow them to become part of your very cells, your cellular makeup, so that your physical body is changed, your mind, your thoughts, your vision that you're creating is empowered by these new beliefs, that they are becoming part and contributing to the whole, the great whole that you are creating for yourself. These new possibilities, this new concept that you've been introduced to today. And with all of these things contributed, with everything together, feeling that confidence that you can move forward, gaining strength with this new idea. And what is the one most important thing that you could do today that will give you a physical representation of all of these things that you've brought in today? What is the one most important thing that you could do today, your inspired shortcut to giving physical evidence to this new idea or concept, that it is that you are taking it in and that you're actually taking action on it? And allow this inspired shortcut to come to you from all things contributed. Instead of you trying to take charge and just deciding what the next step is, allow all of those things to come together to just show you what the one most important thing is, what your inspired shortcut is to move forward on this new idea or concept. In a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. Would love to invite anyone who is on this call live or listening to the podcast. If you'd like to have a conversation with me, if you'd like to have me be part of the, one of the parts that is contributed to this new idea or this new goal that you're setting for yourself, new possibility that's been introduced, I would love to do that. And all you have to do is just go to askwylene.com and you can schedule a 15-minute call with me. It's a free call, private, that we just have 15 minutes to talk about it. And I know that whatever comes out of that call is going to be perfect. It'll be a perfect part contributed to what it is that you're creating now. Who has something that they would like to share about their experience today?
I would.
Thanks, Mary.
Well, what was there for me was, as you're speaking about all parts being contributing, and what are we ready and willing to receive? A healed body, mind, and spirit, a complete healing, a complete healing in oneness. And my limiting belief was, it's not possible, and I can't. But the cost of that is I'm closed off, and I resist, and it does happen. My new beliefs are, which was really, anyway, I'll just continue. My new beliefs are, I'm contributing to my healing. I'm a contributor to my healing. I am victorious. I am whole. My body obeys my mind. And interestingly enough, the next step was be still. And when you say take action on your next step, it's taking action at being still.
Wow. How does that feel?
It feels right.
Yeah. And God is so simple. I love every time I receive an inspired shortcut. Yeah. They're not always easy and they're not always fun, but they are doable. and they're so simple. Thank you. Any last thoughts
I'll
before we?
share.
Thanks, Kathy.
Um, so the negative thing is a common one of not enough, that my contribution may not be enough, and it's comparison of that other people give more or do more or have more. So but the new belief is that I am enough and I do have contribution and much to give, and that my part is as important as anyone else. Just a lot of more positive beliefs.
Wow.
Better
Beautiful.
than not enough.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, Kathy. And you're right. That's kind of the granddaddy of all limiting beliefs. So I know all of us have felt that at some time. I really appreciate you sharing today. All right. Well, I would love to have more shares, but we are at the end of our time. I encourage you to go to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude. Share your thoughts there, what you got today, your new beliefs. I know that is a place where you can contribute what you're learning, and it's somebody is going to be inspired by what you share there. So I really appreciate everybody that takes the, that contributes there. It's really powerful. Thank you all for being on our call today, for contributing today, and we'll look forward to being back together tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Love you all. Thank you for everything that you contribute to my life. Thank you.
Thanks, Riley.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.